self-pumping gas nozzle. $369, pretty expensive here. Montgomery, Ohio, Saturday, May 25th, 7:45 a.m. Beautiful day so far. It's supposed to be stormy today. 84 degrees, Cincinnati, but we're heading down to Kings Mountain, Kentucky. This is part of my marathon of traveling, for me anyway. We've been down to New Orleans, we've been down to Gulf Shores, got back last night at midnight, got up this morning at 6:30. Now I'm down here in Montgomery, Ohio, getting ready to pick up my Uncle John. We're gonna head down to Lincoln County, Kentucky for a family Kings Mountain, Lincoln County, Kentucky for a Kings Mountain reunion today. And we're gonna do Crab Orchard tomorrow, I believe. So welcome along for the ride. Welcome to Jeff's Trips. The trips continue. My brain's fried.
That's it. We're off again. It's Memorial Day weekend, heading to the mountain, going to Kentucky. Little lunch at the Christian church, visit the cemeteries, see the railroad tracks, and do it again the next day.
The usual stuff.
The usual stuff. Get our chicken.
Memorial Day weekend, 2024. Unbelievable. All right, we'll get her fired up, get the trusty steed fired up, and we'll get on down the road. Welcome aboard. Thanks for coming along. John complained that the windshield was dirty, so he had to have it cleaned. All part of the filming process. Are you ready?
Yep.
Well, here we are, 9:30 a.m. Already getting into traffic here, Georgetown. We never get into traffic on this Saturday morning ride. Usually most of the traffic's left town. But not this morning. Something's going on down here.
I was going to put a fan in there and run it continuous to try to get some airflow.
Looks like they wrecked into the wall right there. The wreckers already picked the car up. There are all kinds of skid marks. Yeah, I forgot to mention that Brady's not going to be along for this trip. He had other things he had to do. But we're currently stopped at the Marathon down here south of Lexington, off the Harrodsburg exit. Is that what it is?
Yes.
And usual stop. We stopped here last year. Moving on down the line.
Next stop, Camp Nelson.
Camp Nelson, next stop. National Cemetery. That'll be good. All right, our first stop, Camp Nelson. We try to pull in here every year on the way down to Kings Mountain. Just get a little patriotism feeling when we come in here. Kind of get in the mood of the Memorial Day weekend. It's not as crowded yet, the road.
Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts put flags on every grave.
Yeah, if you didn't hear that, Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, they do the flags on every grave. They have some different ceremonies in here. Looks like they might have refreshed that little gravel walk. Wonder where they bought the extra property at.
Like some sailors, some younger guys in sailor outfit uniforms.
Some naval outfits. sailor outfits. Or in their uniforms, I should say. I don't think we've seen that before.
No.
That's neat.
I'm like, honestly.
Where do they buy the extra property at?
I don't know. It's connected here somewhere.
A lot of people walking around here. It'll probably get more busier as the day goes on.
Actually cleaned all the headstones back.
So this back area, they've cleaned all up. It's never been open, at least not the cars that we have ever seen on this weekend. John taking some video himself. Beautiful place here. U.S. Army, Korea, World War II, James L. Smith. That guy's name was Lester Lowry. Earl Fitzgerald, World War II. William E. Shadell, World War II. Clarence Mullins, World War II. Thank you for your service. This is Camp Nelson Cemetery down US 27 south of Lexington. Look it up. It's a neat place. Lee's famous recipe, typical stop on our way down to Kings Mountain. That's what we usually bring to the luncheon. Lee's famous recipe. Good stuff. There's Billy Jack over there. Got the fried chicken over here.
Yeah. See that extra box laying there on the...
Yeah.
I got some fruit also.
That's going in. All right.
Hey. How you doing?
What the heck's that noise over there? Oh, somebody's working on the post office. Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Memorial Day. We've seen 2 trains already. Yeah, he was happy.
Yeah, we got food Monday, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got food Monday.
That's a beautiful car.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I like it. That doesn't matter. It's still a beautiful car.
I'm good. How are you?
Happy Memorial Day.
Thank you.
Hey. How you doing?
Good, you?
Good to see you. Good to be seen, right?
Lenny Roy said you'd go. Well, said John was coming. He didn't know who else was coming.
Yeah.
Just
My
you.
son didn't come with me this year because he had a wedding to go to. His cousin was getting married.
You guys staying in Somerset tonight?
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, I've been there since Wednesday. Where you at?
I don't know. Where we at, John? In the
What
hotel.
motel you staying?
We're across the street. At the,
Christian, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm Jeff.
This is my mom.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Me and it was full.
Yeah, met this guy down at the railroad tracks last year.
He's great, isn't he?
He is great.
They sold that.
Good to see you.
That was kind of a last-minute decision there. Me and my friends Trent and Drew, we were up there in the Cincinnati area,
Yeah.
and then we were like, well, hey, let's go up here to this railroad museum up here. So we were like, okay, and then we got to chase GP30 around. So
Yeah.
the GP30 around up there. So we
That's a locomotive or whatever.
yeah, one of their locomotives that they had. So yeah, that was a fun little trip up there.
That's neat. Well, he's talking about Lebanon, Ohio when he was up there. Check it out. Rector Railroad.
Yeah, hello.
We're going to be spending a day with Christian a little bit, so that's fine. Just me too. Brady didn't come.
Sorry about your dad.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, yeah.
Change your hair though too.
No, that's
Styling and profiling.
styling and profiling, yeah. Styling and profiling. There we are. That's my typical haircut, man.
There you go.
But no Brady though.
Yeah, he's busy.
He had a wedding to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Southwood Trestle. This trestle and everything was built in the 19...
Hybrid would make that look like that.
Oh, yeah.
Hybrid would make that look like, you know, if you
Yeah.
Which one of the neatest things about High Bridge was is that they built the new one on top of the old bridge and they never closed down service.
double check that.
Yep. This bridge here was built in the 1930s to accommodate the weight of the Mikados.
They started the High Bridge before the Civil War.
It's this one right
When the
here.
Civil War, he said he thought beat his dog.
First of all, I want to welcome everyone here this year.
Yeah.
Hey, boys.
My name's Richard Jones. I've been kind of overseeing this for the last 10 years or longer. There's a lot of you guys I got to know just like family. Right now, we'll say the prayers over the food. If y'all care about your head, most precious Heavenly Father, come to you today, Lord. We ask this fellowship today, Lord, as these people get together and reminisce of old times and go through pictures that we have, the Kings Mountain history. And we know there's few and far between. Some that couldn't make it this year, Lord, for some reason or other. We ask you to be with each and every one here today, Lord. Now we ask you to bless this food for nourish our body, Lord, that we grow stronger each and every day. This we ask in your most precious heavenly name. Amen.
Amen. How you doing? Happy Memorial Day. Got a live train going on down there. Motoring along. Got a few cars in here. Last year, Brady and I walked down here. There was a trailer, mobile home type deal that was being torn down. Looks like they tore it down. There's some taller grass here this year. is right in there. Used to be a big store in here. It was all burned down. Patton's department store, or Patterson's department store. 2024 Memorial Day weekend. I can't believe it. Seemed like yesterday I was just here. Brady was here with me too. That's good. Isn't that Wade? Wade?
Is that Wade? Are you Wade?
Oh, he's Wade. Okay. I got you mixed up. We're standing here in front of Christian's new ride. Last year he was in an old ride. I just noticed he had a new car. And then this is his sign, logo.
This was a logo and everything that John made for us. So the basis of this logo here, this is of course based off the Southern Railway logo. The Southern is the railroad that would have ran out through here and everything. And this here, this is a picture here of Southern Railway 4501 coming up through the Kings Mountain Cut. There's actually a really nice picture in there of this reference, and we use this as a reference picture here to have 4501 coming up through there. And this is actually a sign that we use at train shows and other things else like that.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Kings Mountain Railroad Club.
Yeah, Kings Mountain Model Railroad Club. We are located here in Kings Mountain, Kentucky, and we started last year on March 25th of 2023 and everything, and we are currently working on getting my building set up to be the home of the club. And that building is 28 by 16 foot long. We have an HO scale train layout that we're going to be setting up in there, which I got from a guy in Junction City. That layout is 13 by 13 and a half feet, and we're going to make some extensions to that. We also have plans in there to put like all my railroad stuff in there, so we'll have various displays of railroad artifacts in there as well. And it's a really neat thing that we're doing. We just did the Harrisburg train show. That was in Harrisburg, Kentucky, back on the 20th, I believe, April 20th. And that was a really good show for us. And the next show that we're planning on doing is L&N Days in Berea at the L&N Depot down there.
That's cool.
And it's going to be on June 15th from 9 to 4. So we'll be down there. We'll be set up. We'll be running trains and everything. So it's going to be a lot of great fun, exciting stuff. So
is it going to have like miniature towns type things?
Oh,
in your,
yeah,
in
we
your
got
place?
we got some HO scale Menards buildings for the portable display and everything. They light up. And
that's cool.
yeah, it's a really neat setup and display. So if you guys have any plans to be out there in the Berea area, please come by and check us out. We'll have some very nice L&N locomotives running that day, so it's going to be really neat, really fun stuff.
For all you train enthusiasts out there, check out Christian at the Rector Railroad.
Yes,
on YouTube.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel and everything. I mainly film trains out here on the CNO and TP, which stands for the Cincinnati, New Orleans, and Texas Pacific Railroad and everything. So I mainly film here in Kings Mountain. I also film in a lot of other places. Got a lot of great videos. I also film where I volunteer at Kentucky Steam Heritage Corp over in Estill County. So there's a lot of great stuff there on my channel. If you like steam locomotives, we got that. Diesels, all kinds of neat stuff, even some stuff in some different states as well, such as Indiana and Ohio.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff there and everything. And
He came to Lebanon, Ohio last summer.
Yeah. I didn't know you lived up there at the time, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But next time if we do go up there, I'll let you know. Also, if you guys want to and everything, check out some of my friends, Land of Tomorrow Productions, Monon Productions, and L&M Productions. Those guys are great and everything, and they also have some really good videos as well. Those are some of the guys I hang out with.
Awesome, man. It was good to see you again this year.
Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, another thing I almost forgot to mention. I forgot to mention it though when you were interviewing me earlier.
Yeah.
The club has pretty much became partners with the Stanford Depot.
Wow.
Your new club, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
That's
become
cool.
partners now.
You heard it live.
Yeah.
Did you sign the papers to make it official?
No, I didn't sign them. I don't have nothing to do with it.
I used to have some of the blue ones. I don't know what I did with them though.
Oh,
Where'd you get those at?
At a like a rummage sale thing.
I told him if he's up, we have a once-a-month train auction. I need to get his ass
Can I
up
see
there
one?
and
I
buy
do.
all kind of stuff.
I do need to go up there one time.
Let me see one of them.
Yeah, sure.
These are
I had
Tell-
blue,
These are not shot glasses, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I know we were in New Orleans, but
I had
These are insulators and everything. These would be put on
blue ones.
code line poles,
I guess one was
and
power.
basically they would use these to do the telegraph things.
Yeah.
I had a bucket of them, and
they looked like they screwed on.
Yeah, they did.
on the wooden dowels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Which
a broom
I actually
handle.
have a.
Broom handle thread, maybe.
Yeah, kind of like that.
I actually have a piece thanks to John from the code line pole in Stanford. We found a piece of it lying there on the ground. We asked if the depot wanted it. They didn't want it, so I was like, I'll just take it.
Code line pole is telegraph,
Telegraph pole,
Yeah.
and the railroads are the ones
you,
that brought the
bring the
telegraph to the
breeze?
town.
Yes, I have.
Is that pretty neat?
Yeah, in fact.
Look at my car dirty. Turn it off. What's that?
We have on the head end there, row second, was a black face Dash 9, is what we call it. The Dash 9s from Norfolk Southern are getting more rarer and rarer by the day because they're now heavily being rebuilt into AC-44s.
Really? What was that one called?
That one would be called like a black face Dash 9 because there is some that has white on the front of the Dash 9 around where the windows are at. Then there's some where there's black and everything. We call that a black face and everything. And those units are starting to become more and more rare by the day.
That's neat.
Because all the Dash 9s are being rebuilt. So that is something. Thanks for filming now, because this is probably the last year you'll see them.
Really?
Yeah. One year ago today. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just sitting here. I have a couple of
two old heads that pop up in these things. Guys hoboing.
Yeah. Yeah, we've actually had reports on the radio and everything. People getting arrested and damaged doing that. Yeah.
They come out of that tunnel and they'd be like, where are we at?
Faye looks like she's having a good time.
Yeah, I'm about ready for a nap, I think. Ready to go.
So the depot is right over here, wasn't it?
They're honking for Waynesburg.
Ain't that something?
I can hear it from my house when they're honking for Waynesburg. I can hear them climbing up the grade from my house.
That's something, isn't it? That's about 5 miles down the road and you can hear him.
Yep.
That's how we knew they were coming before you could hear him.
Yep.
Is the Kings Mountain sign still down there?
Yeah, it's past the curve there.
There's a picture
Kings Mountain, Kentucky. Down at the track.
right over here now. You know where Irvin's is right there, the Irvin Mall store. Yeah. Well, that guardrail. Yeah. The steps like that.
Wick right now.
I used to watch that.
Yeah.
Take that to Brady.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them around.
Top, right at the bottom.
Hey, John, over there and everything, you can see 2 concrete pillars right there, one on each side of the track. That's where the old searchlight signals used to stand. Before they got rid of them and replaced them with the modern junk.
Oh yeah, they had the box one there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good old searchlight.
So the depot,
It's right here somewhere.
oh, it was up here?
Yeah. I thought it was down there, but
No.
the
They came across that short chute there. You know, if you look, there's another little bridge comes across this creek.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
That's how you had to come across to the depot.
Yeah.
This wasn't here. They put this in later.
What's that? This little parking area here?
yeah, this is mainly used for maintenance of way crew and everything. Basically, NS people that need to get down here, service some track, or also change out crews here if a crew times out.
Yeah.
I'll have to bring them pictures next time I got a depot.
Please do. Please do.
From the North Dakota depot.
Are they
Yeah,
photographs
depot or a depot?
Are they
Depot.
photographs that you
Depot?
took,
Depot.
or your
No, somebody
grandmother's?
in the family.
Not a
took it.
depot? I hear
TLC
people say
they had
depot all the time.
telephone poles.
Never
you know,
heard
this
depot.
high.
I've heard Depot.
You'd pull your car up park when
Okay.
you was picking people up or dropping them off here. He's sitting on one. Somebody took a picture of him, TL. And then there's Billy Green and my great grandfather standing You can see the Kings Mountain sign and the apex.
God, I wonder if that sign still exists.
And then one of them, somebody was, I don't know how they took it, but like I told you, this back one had, they called them camp cars. That's what the section hands lived in when they go out to repair something or work on High Bridge. And there was some parked in here one time.
There's the old church my grandparents went to, my grandma went to.
School over here. Elementary and high school. The Kings Mountain High School. Gone. Been gone.
I don't know if they can hear that with the fan running.
Right up here we have a little gas station and grocery store. It's been here for quite a while. It was here when I was a kid. And right past it used to be a croquet court. Look at this on the right, left. Croquet court, perfectly level, had railroad ties around it for the border, and it had a dirt, no grass, it was all dirt, really smooth. They had lights up for it. It was a big deal in town here.
That's our grandma's house right there, my grandma's house.
She wasn't born there, but she grew up there. Just about every house you see along here is somehow a relative of ours. The old Jenkins house, another Jenkins house on your right, another Jenkins house on your left. The Jenkins all were descendants of the Jenkins that lived straight up this driveway in front of us to that farm with the red farmhouse.
The red roof.
With the red roof. This little house that looks like it's brick, it's actually asphalt shingles on it that look like bricks. We bought a puppy from this guy that lived there when we lived in Berea. The Jenkins now own that house. All lined up.
Yep, all lined up.
All right, how you doing?
That's Bubba
That's all I got.
How you doing?
For all of us.
Hi, Sandy.
There's a lady stopped here a while ago, said she wanted to go look at her cousin's grave. I said, well, don't look at no more. Just
Get
that
one. One and done. Bass Pro Shop.
Is it cooler under here?
Okay?
Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah.
okay. Not too
Everything
bad. There's a
you
little
need?
breeze coming in.
Yeah.
Actually, I did. Joe died in 1994.
Yep.
I got the telegram that Vita sent to Momo's about her mother dying, that they would meet Momo's at the train depot.
Really?
Yeah.
Down here?
You know, it just says we'll meet you at the depot.
Okay.
I don't know if that meant
When her mother died?
when Roberta died, right?
Okay.
She
Oh
was
yeah, that had to be here.
No, she was in. Yeah, they picked me. She was at Somerset.
Memos was?
Yeah, she was going to like a school. Like
Okay.
secretarial school.
That's right.
And it's a.
So she the train came back here from
I
Somerset?
guess so. Yeah.
That's kind of a not very long of a trip on a train.
No.
From Somerset. Joe Floyd, World War II, my grandma's brother.
Better known around
So-
here as
PG,
PG, and no one knows why.
maybe he was rated PG.
Maybe he was only 71 years old.
Hattie Floyd, John Floyd. I knew Joseph Floyd. I knew Vita. I did not know my great-grandparents.
probably knew Uncle John.
I don't remember him if I ever knew him. I knew Vita really well.
Here's James right here.
Yeah. I didn't realize his wife died that recently ago. Johnny Floyd was the baby. It was about, I think, 6 months old. And it had some type of, not to be gross, but it had like dysentery or something that they couldn't get him to quit going to the bathroom. And he got dehydrated and died. That's my grandma's little brother. R.M. Floyd.
Rainey.
Didn't know
Mary.
him. Didn't know him. Didn't know Lucy.
And his wife Lucy. Lucy was a Trimble.
But they're all here. The Jenkins are here. Pagets are in this cemetery. Watts, relation to Watts.
No.
Scratch the Watts, they're here, but we're not related to them.
McKeithen through marriage at Lola. She's a relative. Yeah.
This is Bubby. They called him Bubby. He was born a few months before me, March 13th, about 6 months before me, I guess. 7 or 8 months maybe. Died in 1982. He had some type of condition. And then his sister, Regina, born 1964, and she died just a couple years later. Almost 3 years old. My grandma always talked about these kids. It was very sad. This is Bubby's parents, Dickie Miles, Richard Miles, and Michelle. I'm sorry, Dickie got remarried. Michelle was not Bubba's mother. He got remarried. I think they got divorced, but he was a big ham radio guy. And his name was Charger. KDX 5132 was his number, and Charger was his handle. And I remember as a kid, Bubby took me over and showed me the ham radio setup. I wish I would remember more better, but that had to be, I was probably 10, 12, we were probably 10, 12 years old. So that was probably 77-ish, something like that. So, little story I remember there. Better keep her on the road. Now filming on my phone because my chip ran out. So this will be phone recording for the rest of the weekend, so we can get a new chip. under the big trestle just outside of Kings Mountain. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's head back towards Kings Mountain.
You don't have to put emergency brake on this, huh?
You don't have to, but you can do this.
Where is it? Oh, okay.
All right, we think this is Waters Road and Waters Cemetery. We've been here in times past. I brought my kids here when they were younger, but also I was here as a young man, young kid actually. Probably used to be a sign right there, John. Yep, right on that pole there. And what's interesting is there's a headstone in here. Might be hard to translate on camera, but all the talk about trains, we wanted to pop up here and check out a headstone that supposedly I always heard was the person who got killed in a head-on train wreck. And the headstone has depiction of two trains head-on colliding with each other. But the last time we were here, which is probably plus 10 years ago, it was getting hard to see it. And we had crayons and paper, so we did not come prepared today. But hopefully it'll show up on camera. That was not it, is it?
I think so.
Hmm.
Look at those lizards. See that?
Right.
Lizard on there.
I didn't see the lizard. The schlizzard. Beautiful in here right now, though.
Yeah.
End of the day, sun coming through the trees.
There it is, right there. Yeah, yeah.
Let's see here. Little lizard. Yep. He didn't like me. There he is. Lizard, lizard. Way! You ever see one jump?
Nope.
I think I got him on film. Yeah. She was saying that he came here to a funeral when he was younger. And she had a 50 Pontiac, you said, his mom?
54-door black. No power steering.
Boy, when we came here back in 2009 or something like that, you could see it better than it is now. Definitely gonna have to come back here with the proper items. We're gonna have to come back here with the proper items sometime. That's probably when you were here, these people here. Wanda Murphy, June 2, 1951. And this person died in Cicero in 1950 and Mary J in 1956. These are probably the funerals you came to, one of these two.
Could have been.
That's a new house back over now. Alright. Kings Mountain School was the high school at one time. I wonder if it's open. Yep, this was the high school. Where that building was. What years was this school in effect, you know?
Well, I know in the 60s. Right, 50s, 60s. Although I know the Jenkins went to elementary school down in Kings Mountain.
Windows busted out. Man, that'd be neat to go through that. Can't get out over here, can you? This thing is built under this awning. Built like a tank. Welcome to Kings Mountain, the sign says. Like spooky as heck. Sun's coming in just right now. Must be a girl's bathroom right there. That door's cool. I can see a girl's bathroom or a locker room right there. But I don't... Faulkner's. We think it says Steam Heat. Motel, something motel, Steam Heat. And then on the other side it says apartments. They must have did apartments too.
Well, that probably turned into apartments after the motel shut down.
It says apartments. This was a hotel. We've documented this before last year. It used to be a little motel or a hotel, whatever you want to call it. It sat right in here. We've got some stuff on Brady's phone from way back in the day. Maybe I'll try to put some of it on this post as a kind of a retro video. But that's where it was, right here. It's erased from existence. Yeah. Now the old wall's getting vandalized and
Paint's holding it together.
torn up. Sad.
Do the arrow for it, tell them about the arrow.
I think I did last year. We're filming this for posterity. And you can go back last year, our video, and the arrow right there, if you can see the arrow, facing due north. And we're worried it's going to be gone every time we come here. And it's almost gone, or at least it's piece by piece being gone. Lee painted his name there.
I think it'll be there for a while now. So you tell everybody in the world you're 11 followers.
59 followers. We have a picture of my grandma sitting on this in the 30s.
In the 30s, I think it was.
So maybe it was built in the 20s, so it's 100 years old.
We probably have her sitting on it in the 90s also.
Yeah, in the
There's a
90s.
concession stand right there.
Yeah, there was a concession stand. Go online, Google Halls Gap, Kentucky, and you can. I think there's some pictures of the old concession stand. What's weird is this part of the wall up here is in pretty good shape, as far as like construction part of it. I'm assuming this is a retaining wall of some type. Excuse me. This is probably just an official overlook, you know? Give you an idea of the magnitude of this thing. Get on the road here if we get run over. And on down there. So at one time there was an airport on the top of the hill up here, right? Up there. There was rides.
Observation tower, airplane rides.
There's a little gift shop down here thing.
Down around the curve.
That was right here in the thing.
Yeah, right here.
And then down around the curve was another little store. We've kind of seen that before. We haven't documented it before. If you come down here, you can see the foundation of the little gift shop or whatever you want to call it. That's the foundation down there.
We're we're just south of Stanford, Kentucky, on Old Highway 27, or old days. At that point, it was Somerset Pike. This is a house built prior to the Civil War, 1856, brick, antebellum. You know, with the soldiers coming through here, you know this is where the officers stayed.
Yeah.
It's been vacant for quite a while. But looking at the outside of it, look
Is
how
it
solid.
is it for sale?
I don't know. There's no sign out there. If they don't do something with these downspouts, they're gonna have.
I can
some
see
trouble.
that, yeah.
Big
Because water's dumping out and freezing and popping it.
popping it, and it's gonna mess up the foundation, which will. There's already a big crack right there.
That wall looks like it's bowed out to me.
That's what the stars are all about. The stars on the side of the building are they're nuts. Exactly what they are. A washer with a nut on it, and they run through the building to hold the building together, to squeeze it like a sandwich and make it stand up straight. It had awnings on it. You can see where there were hooks on the side where the awnings were hinged.
Let me get out and walk around it.
Could have been possibly slave quarters back there, and or summer kitchen, or the kitchen. They didn't like to cook in the house because they're afraid of fire.
There's the back of the house. We'll check out the front. 1856. That looks scary as heck. Yeah, we won't be going in there. That's Poison Ivy City down there anyway. Up on the front porch?
Right here, this back porch. It looks good inside.
Yeah. How do you even get up on that back? We have to jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, this place is unreal. Stairway in the outside. This place is totally unreal. That's neat. Little indoor water. Place is crazy. Spooky as hell. Whoa! Freaking bird scared me. Whoa. It spooked me out. Bathroom. That bird spooked me out, man. You can see right up into the upstairs up here. Yeah, but they wouldn't have them blocks in 1856, not in this part. That was probably an outside wall there, because that looks original.
Right.
These blocks aren't original. The steps aren't original. I don't know what that chirping sound is. Is that the car?
I don't know. When I was here before myself, I was up here by myself. I kept hearing this thing, this noise.
Got a new tone intercom. That's probably not original. But when I put my phone up here, I can see in the bathroom right there. There's a porcelain sink and a bathtub.
Look at that door frame. Look how thick the walls are.
I know. All right, we're over to the side now. Walk around to the front. Get this foundation. This is unreal. Unreal. This front door is unbelievable. Wow. Another little front room here. I can't really see in that because I don't want to walk up through these bushes, but it's neat. That's a problem. You can see the walls kind of bone out down through there, so it needs to be shored up. Oh, there's Johnny down there. I thought that was a ghost. Fort Logan, Stanford, Kentucky. This is the newest. We've been here before. We were here last year, but this is the newest They did not have this one up last year. This is the newest cabin. We walked around a little bit last year, talked about a few things. You can look it up from last year, this weekend. But they do reenactments here. They were here last weekend for the reenactment.
They have Friday nights at the fort where they have guest speakers come in and do presentations. They even have things like this is where the start of a Jeep rally is up here, and other type functions.
Yeah, Fort Logan, Stanford, Kentucky. Lincoln County Historical Society would be a start. I'm sure they have it on a website or something like that, don't they?
I would guess so. On
Yeah,
Facebook.
Facebook, website, stuff like that.
Stanford, Kentucky got its name because the Indians kept attacking the fort, but they couldn't overrun it, so they started calling it Standing Fort, and that was shortened to Stanford. Or so the story goes.
Sounds like a good story. It's back up in here a little bit.
This used to be,
is there
this
a
used to be
sign?
a park up here. This was a park. Those are baseball diamonds back where the fort is. And I'll show you the exact location of the fort in about 2 seconds here. And then down to the right where the log cabin is, there was a dam there, and a reservoir was behind it there where you see the open field. And I don't know what year it was, but they finally drained it. But that was a water source for the ice house, which is down here, the brick building.
Is that supposed to be a reenactment of a log cabin like from back in the day, or?
No, that is a cabin. This is to your left is where the original fort was. Right back here.
Yeah, right up in here. Right up through that little path was the original fort. This is an old ice house.
And this log cabin was actually a mill. You meet the nicest people in places you don't expect. Well, the top caps where the handrails are, those are all new, and some of the other ones are new. They donated the building. The foundation, the Fort Foundation, had to pay to have it rebuilt. And the idea is to eventually, hopefully, get someone to make a water wheel.
Okay.
There was a mill here, a real early mill, somewhere right around here.
Is that a creek right on the other side then?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Aspas Creek, what the town was originally first named.
Okay.
And they're hoping to get someone to build a big water wheel for it. And it wouldn't work, of course, but it would be a replica of what it should look like.
That's a neat building.
You gotta get that sign right there.
Yeah. Too lazy. Come down and read the sign. Got the barrels out.
Here's Red Roof. This is where Jenkins is staying.
Yeah, we're down here at Somerset, Kentucky. Saturday night, Memorial Day weekend. They usually have little cruise-ins, racing cars, all that kind of good stuff. Stoplight races. Fox Body Mustang over there. That's like Dad's car right over there. See that red one?
Oh yeah.
at this unit. Over there, the Challenger. The red one straight across. Look at here. That's neat. Look at that van. I'm about ready to... Yeah, I got some good footage. John's asked me if I got good footage. Well, we're in the hotel room now in Somerset, Kentucky. And I think I got good footage with everything that we did today.
Good.
I had to switch to my phone because my GoPro, the chip ran out of minutes on the chip. So we're going to be doing the phone thing tomorrow. I'm going to have to get some new chip action for my camera. Going forward for the summertime, obviously, but those chips usually get you about right at 5 hours, 4 hours and something minutes, 4 hours and 50 minutes, 4 hours 55 minutes, something like that. But it was the end of a big day down here in Lincoln County, Kentucky. We went to Kings Mountain, we went to Hall's Gap, we went to Point Pleasant Cemetery. We went to an old house that was built in 1853, I think, in Stanford. Drove around there. We went to Fort Logan.
South Fork Road down to the train trestle.
We went down to the train trestle. We went down to the cemetery that had the train crash depiction on it. But they're so weathered we couldn't figure out which one it was. We're going to have to go back with a crayon and some white paper. Figure that out. That'll be a mission we'll have to do in the future. So, also went to Logan's, or not Logan's, but the Longhorn Steakhouse. Didn't film that. That's where we had dinner. And here in Somerset, Kentucky. And then the last but not least, the cruise in tonight, where they had a lot of hot rod cars going up and down the street. It's kind of cool. So, but just wanted to say bye, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming along for the trip.